The ideal legalization of medicines, more intelligent than conformist bull found in comics and university. What separates the humans and the animals is humans' appreciation of common sense and health. The fact that we realize the priceless value of common sense and health allowed us to dominate the earth and the less intelligent animals. Our present laws outlawing the consumption of preventive medicines violate popular sentiment and prevents intelligent people the opportunity to prevent preventable illnesses and diseases that will cost our nations important lives and valuable money. The wise advice familiar to the majority is anything worth doing is worth doing well. This being said, when we decide the choice to legalize preventive medicines, then it is in the best interest of the nation to decriminalize preventive medicine, so by doing so we eliminate poverty. The problem of poverty has existed since the creation of money. By eliminating poverty, we can lift our civilization from a state of dystopia to a state of utopia. There are many points to consider when we legalize natural medicine. We must circulate dangerous drugs at safe, daily doses to prevent irresponsible abuse. We must put no limit on the consumption of cannabis, and the most valuable, important point is to sell the dangerous drugs, cocaine, heroin, peyote, mushroom, etc. at a low price so citizens can buy low and sell high to tourists without access and the rich who can afford to consume more than the responsible amount. There are many benefits to the legalization of preventive medicine, so the outlawing of natural cures has cost our nation too many important lives and too much valuable money that must be spent better than being spent to pay the pensions of civil servants whose performance have been so mediocre, their acts resemble those of a group of deceptive, corrupted, failure traitors, or a sinister, insidious criminal organization. The legalization of natural medicine is not only a great way for a nation to eliminate poverty and generate billions of dollars. This historic act must benefit the various departments of the government, like the Justice Department, the Health Department, and the department in charge of the environment. The benefits to the Justice Department of our nation are obvious and numerous. We will save money not sending to jail people involved in circulating preventive medicines that improve the health of the public. We will eliminate the danger associated with buying drugs from criminals without integrity. We will have a justice system that is human and benefits the citizens of a nation instead of having an inhuman justice system that punish intelligent people improving their health. This inhumanity from the justice system is a form of brainwashing. They break innocent people down physically and mentally, so they will obey notions imposed upon them by their brainwashers, like the notion to neglect their health and intelligence by enforcing a prohibition on euphoric medicines. The more human a nation's justice system is, the more secure the population of a nation is. The less human a nation's justice system is, the less secure the population of a nation is. Power without ideal does not equal justice. The benefits to the health department of our nation are obvious and numerous. We'll save money preventing diseases that cost our nation's health department many billions of dollars a year. We must have a health department that relies heavily on healthy, euphoric, and natural medicines that cures patients effectively, instead of having an absurd health department that avoids healthy, natural medicine and relies heavily on complicated, dangerous, man-made drugs that soothe the symptoms of diseases without curing the diseases, like nearly all of the mental illnesses. This retarded act that impedes a simple, healthy, natural recuperation and worsens both physical and mental health with numerous dangerous consequences that diminish health. Sometimes these man-made drugs kill the patients consuming them. The environmental benefits are also obvious and numerous. Our nation will be able to conserve more trees and create more oxygen by growing millions of plants nationwide. By eliminating the need for dangerous man-made drug, our nation will be able to eliminate a dangerous source of pollution, poison, and contamination that has certainly had serious consequences on not only humans' evolutionary development. These dangerous consequences have affected all life in our sensitive environment. So to sum this idea up, by having a legal pot, our various departments of our government will be greatly improved, and the effect this will cause is the genesis of a permanent, sustainable prosperity plan that is responsible for the elimination of poverty within a nation. A way for a nation like Canada to generate over $300 billion a year on the control of the circulation of all preventive medicines. With cannabis, 10,000 farmers from all over Canada agree to forfeit 25% of their profit to grow 8 million grams, 8,000 kilograms, 8 tons of the preventive medicine bud, cannabis, marijuana, etc. On $8 million a pot, the farmer receives $6 million a year. The government runs the Pure Quality Control Department that buys the pot at $1 a gram and sells the pot to stores at $2 a gram. Stores sell the cure at $5 a gram, earning for themselves a maximum of $2 and earning the nation $1 on a 25% sin tax. At this point, the nation has generated $264 billion considering the various tax revenue generated. Farmers make up to $60 billion. Stores earn up to $160 billion. Stores consume around $115 billion worth of marijuana, or 23,000 tons a year. And a private company called Sophisticated Monotheism serve as the middleman between the government-run Pure Quality Control Department and the big corporations interested in having natural, pure preventive medicines in their product, like the pharmaceutical company and the other health-related company. This company buys a quarter of the pot, or 20,000 tons of the psychoactive substance that improves health and intelligence. So this company makes money supplying big corporations. For this overall plan to work, 20 million Canadians will have to consume a little over 1.5 kilos of preventive medicine a year. An important detail on the plan to legalize pot is to allow a citizen the right to grow between 3 to 5 plants, so Canadians will have the option of eating their medicine to double the effectivity of the psychoactive substance consumed, or sell the kilos of pot to the Pure Quality Control Department at $1 a gram. Fines must be given to the people who enjoyed abusing their rights to grow plants. A way for a country to generate several additional billions of dollars is to profit from controlling the circulation of natural hard drugs in moderate healthy rations to prevent irresponsible abuse of the dangerous drugs. The idea is to sell the hard drugs to Canadians at a uniform $5 a gram at pharmacies, so Canadians have the option of selling their cheap, pure, potent cure at a swollen price. By doing so, Canada has a way that is easy to eliminate the existence of poverty. Since it is only healthy to consume a small fraction of a gram of cocaine and heroin, these drugs must be sold at $1.25 for a quarter gram. The other drugs like mushroom, peyote, mescaline are sold in full grams at $5 at pharmacies. Every community with a pharmacy must also have a community market where Canadian citizens sell their potent, pure, natural medicine at a marked up price. The private company Sophisticated Monotheism must act as the middleman between the Pure Quality Control Department that is government run and the big corporations interested in having potent natural substances in their product. This way, sophisticated monotheism, a private company that is involved in schools of philosophy, a religious brotherhood, and a political association, along with the government of Canada and an abundance of big corporations, can generate billions of dollars being involved in the circulation of pure, potent, natural medicine. To be perspicuous, half of the total amount of hard drugs must be sold to pharmacies, the other half sold to big corporations in the health industry, like pharmaceutical companies and more. This idea mentioned within the girth of this chapter cover the important valuable qualities of a permanent sustainable prosperity plan that eliminates poverty, summed in a simple formula. Humanity has lost its grasp of common sense and health. We have been conditioned to favor money over goodness. We promote ill-doers and dismiss the upright. The fact that we outlawed medicine has made an awful lot of intelligent, brave people into criminals. Our nations waste a fortune sacrificing by marginalizing sequacious, magnanimous heroes for an extension or retardation. This time is spent in confusion when humanity finds itself lost without valuable ideals being pursued. The realization that our magnificent potential is being wasted in a disgusting way has not been grasped by the leaders of our nation. And when humanity continues to choose poorly for itself due to pressure from egregiously rich people, then inevitably humanity will find itself facing the risk of extinction. This valuable, important fact that humanity will one day face extinction due to a lack of intelligence and sagacity will pressure humanity to appreciate intelligence to the extreme that we find a miraculous way to reverse the damages we did to humanity by exploiting the malleability of the space-time continuum. This phenomena that was summed simply is the reason why humanity has experienced anachronisms for thousands of years. The future version of humanity, whom are at the edge of extinction due to choosing poorly for itself, has allowed the egregiously rich to direct humanity in an irresponsible direction. This has cost humanity its greatest treasure, its link or compatibility with the rest of the environment that sustained its glorious existence since the beginning of time. Humanity's precedence of making poor choices regarding health and common sense may one day lead to the disappearance of natural cures that prevent illnesses. Without natural cures, humanity will find itself at the edge of extinction. The trend that is becoming a tradition is the rich get richer as the poor get poorer. The simplest explanation for this is the good receive bad treatment and the bad receive good treatment from rich, retarded, successful, corrupted failures whom profit from the misery and sufferance of the majority. The sooner humanity appreciates common sense and health, the better. The catastrophic consequences of neglecting common sense and health retards progress. We must acknowledge that we have chosen poorly for ourselves and the future generations of humans when we choose to criminalize euphoric drugs that allow us to be healthier and more intelligent. So in conclusion, our nation must legalize natural medicine to discontinue retarded stagnation and replace this hellish or bad paradigm with a heavenly or good paradigm when humanity decides responsibly for itself by choosing to improve their longevity and prosperity by legalizing all natural medicines. Since many of the benefits that the legalization of medicines are gradual, then the greatest results will be seen further in the future. Our hope is to inevitably learn how to exploit the malleability of our space-time continuum because we want to, instead of needing to learn this lesson as a way to avoid oblivion. By accomplishing our hope to match our predecessors' accomplishment that are the cause of anachronisms, we will have an ineffable domination over the universe. The legalization of preventive medicine will allow humanity to broaden our horizon and broaden broaden our imaginations so we can involve ourselves in intelligent thought experiments that will facilitate the actualization of our collective magnificent potential. Needless to say that humans must begin to live longer lives by consuming regularly the most natural, simple medicine. Doing otherwise will naturally shorten our lives and diminish our health. There's perhaps simple wisdom that would lead an uneducated person to conclude that neglecting our health is a poor choice. And it is perhaps simple greed that would lead an educated person to conclude that the general neglect of health is a lucrative opportunity to any willing to sacrifice their integrity. One obvious benefit to the legalization of medicine is that we will be a united nation confidently moving in the responsible direction. One day we all hope the leaders of our nation will stop humiliating themselves and our nation, and instead of being involved in shaming humanity, we will all enthusiastically involve ourselves in raising our glory, augmenting our dignities, and enriching our quality of life, especially our elected leaders.